Bonjour, I am your host, Alistair. The main common denominator is that we all want to have financial security, and we all strive for a better life for ourselves and for our family and, for the future and stuff like that. And I think that is the main reason why a lot of us go to information outlets like YouTube to see what others are doing or to get an idea of what can I expect, what should I be looking out for. And the truth of the matter is that a lot of the content creators that you see out there, a lot of the information that you get only show you one side. They show you the side that's like, yeah, just get into real estate, get a rental, and you get all the money in the world. And I'm sure you've all heard it. If you get $100,000 divided by 4, put a down payment on 4 properties, and then you get 4 properties for rentals. That is the most irresponsible piece of advice that anybody can give you, and I'll tell you why. If you do that, you're going to be very over leveraged. You better have the income to back up any potential mishaps, problems, COVID, pandemic lockdown, court shutting down, non-paying tenants. Nobody really shows you the shit, the difficulty, the torture, the headache. It is not something that you just think, if I just do it, it will magically work. And even if it works, it might not make you any money at all. You might spend all of this capital and completely break even. Then you might ask yourself, then what's the point? What's the point? Was all the headache worth it? These are real realities. When I decided to share the numbers and the performance of my asset in this particular property is because it's the one that affected me mentally the most. The second reason is because that's the asset that is not performing very well, even though the numbers are great. Another important point is that if you look into the numbers I showcased, I haven't made any true profit yet. I wanted to show you how you value and how you understand the asset performance. What I've noticed, especially in the investor circles, is that people tend to forget the expenses of the past. And I'm sitting there like, no, you can't forget it, because these numbers are absolutely relevant in the big picture and the full picture of your asset. You have to calculate the performance of your assets from a period between 7 to 10 years. The financial institutions do it 2 years. But listen, it's not about them. It's about you understanding your portfolio to the maximum. Even when the numbers are correct, it only takes one mistake to put the operation, maybe not in jeopardy, but to have the operation become a money sink. And if you don't have the income to taper the fall, depending on what kind of day job you have, you can ruin yourself. And that's the message that a lot of people are not hearing. As a friendly reminder, if you got this far, thank you so much for your support. Don't forget to press like, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so, and let's continue with the show. If I didn't have a solid foundation with my finances, this particular property would have brought me under. I mean, I don't know about you, but most people don't have $20,000 laying around, just sitting there. And it's not like you could have just avoided not paying it. You had to keep the property within the boundaries of the legal framework of making it rental ready. Not only that, you still have to pay your mortgage, you still have to pay your taxes. You cannot violate codes. Do you know what that means? That means you just lost your investment, you're still liable for $20,000. Do you have that laying around? Most people don't. And that's what I'm trying to say, is that a lot of content, a lot of investors don't really tell you the truth. If it sounds too good to be true, it is too good to be true. And I was, and I still am, a consumer of that kind of content, and I don't see anybody who really comes out with their numbers like that. They tell you the good part. They don't tell you like, hey, this particular investment cost me this much 5 years ago. We all have finite amount of energy, meaning it's pointless to hate. It's pointless to really care about somebody else's point of view about you. Focus on what your goals are, because that's how you stay above the fray, and that's how you get there. Do you know that the number one barrier of entry in most industries or in most things in life is a lack of consistency? That's it for today. Thank you again so much for your support, and I will see you next time. I am your host, Alistair.